January 1943, -40 degrees, the deadliest battlefield in human history, and suddenly, U.S. Navy SEALs appear on the Eastern Front. No backup, no extraction, no second chance. This is not a fight. This is a survival experiment. The Eastern Front in winter was not war. It was nature weaponized. More soldiers froze to death here than died from bullets. Weapons jammed. Engines failed. Fingers snapped off from frostbite. Now imagine dropping the most elite soldiers of the modern world into the most unforgiving battlefield in history. Today we ask, what if Navy SEALs fought on the Eastern Front in winter? Would modern training dominate? Or would the environment break even the best? Because this story isn't about strength, it's about adaptation. Without warning, a platoon of Navy SEALs is inserted. Location, Eastern Front, near Stalingrad outskirts. Time, deep winter, 1943. Snowdrifts taller than men. Wind that cuts skin open. Silence so heavy it feels alive. The SEALs immediately realize something is wrong. Their cold weather gear is good, but this cold is unnatural. Metal freezes to skin. Breath turns to ice instantly. And then they hear it. Artillery. Old. Heavy. Relentless. The Eastern Front announces itself. The SEALs observe Red Army movements, mass infantry formations, poor camouflage, minimal coordination. On paper, easy targets. But this isn't a raid. This is an ocean of enemies. The SEALs realize quickly, ammunition is finite, medical support is non-existent, extraction does not exist. They are ghosts, but ghosts can starve. SEALs don't fight wars. They conduct missions. Precision, speed, shock. They execute ambushes flawlessly. Entire Soviet patrols disappear. Night vision dominates. Suppressors terrify. Psychological warfare begins. Red Army soldiers whisper about devils in the snow. But here's the problem. The Eastern Front does not care about fear. For every patrol killed, 3 more appear. This is not counterinsurgency. This is industrial slaughter. Cold becomes the real enemy. Batteries drain, lubricants thicken, optics fog. Even modern weapons begin to struggle. The SEALs adapt fast. They scavenge, modify, use enemy supplies, but nutrition drops, sleep disappears, and winter never stops. One SEAL collapses from hypothermia. Not wounded, not shot, simply defeated by cold. Soviet commanders adapt. They stop chasing, they contain. Roadblocks, encirclements, endless pressure. The SEALs are no longer hunters, they are prey. Snipers watch tree lines. Artillery blankets suspected zones. The SEALs are forced underground. This is where elite training shines, but also where attrition begins. Modern soldiers rely on communication, coordination, extraction plans. Here, there is none. No radio home, no command structure, no future timeline. The men realize something terrifying. We are not meant to win this war. They are meant to survive it. Morale fractures. One SEAL makes a fatal mistake, trying to save civilians. The Eastern Front punishes mercy. The SEALs stop engaging directly. They shift strategy, sabotage, assassination, infrastructure destruction. They don't fight the Red Army. They fight the system. Rail lines vanish. Depots explode. Commanders die quietly. For a brief moment, the Eastern Front stutters, but then it adapts again. It always does. Supplies gone. Ammo nearly empty. Bodies exhausted. The Red Army launches a massive sweep. Thousands of soldiers. Endless snow. The SEALs make their last stand inside a ruined village. It is not cinematic. It is brutal, cold, silent. One by one, they fall. Not because they were weak, but because no one survives the Eastern Front forever. So what happened? Tactical reality. SEALs inflicted massive localized damage. Psychological fear spread briefly. Soviet operations slowed. Temporarily, strategic reality. The Red Army absorbed the losses. Winter and numbers won. The war continued unchanged. Elite soldiers can bend history, but they cannot replace armies. This wasn't a story about superiority. It was a warning. Technology helps, training helps, skill helps, but environment is king. The Eastern Front didn't care who you were, only how long you could endure. The best soldiers in the world met the deadliest battlefield in history. If you want more cinematic what-if scenarios like this, subscribe to Battle Paradox and tell me in the comments, what should face history next? Navy SEALs versus ancient Rome. Modern soldiers in medieval sieges. Special forces versus Mongol hordes. Because history isn't fixed. It's fragile.